Hey, how's everybody going? Hopefully everybody's doing well and been able to actually spend some time for themselves doing things that they enjoy doing. Those words didn't come out very well, did they? Anyway, it's quite a wet, yucky day where I am today, and I was going to go out for a walk just before, and then it started to pour down with rain, so I thought I'd just take a quick moment to do this. I've been trying to get out there, well, not trying, I have been getting out there with my pup lately, and taking, just taking some time out just to go for a walk in nature, to go for a walk around the streets and that, and just do a lot more walking, because it gives me time to unload my head a little bit, but it's also been so good for my pup, because I hadn't actually been able to do quite as much as what I wanted to before, because the weather had been quite crappy. So it's been quite an interesting sort of year this year, all about new beginnings and new things happening. And I was thinking back yesterday a little bit on, the things that have been closed off in the last year, and some of us have been sort of still been stagnated in that space, even though new things are starting, or things are start to move and then they stop again, and it's kind of just there. And what I'm feeling is, for a lot of people, it's time now for them, the ones that have been stuck and waiting for movement, it's time for movement to start to come out then, and start to shift things around a little bit more. So while I was just shuffling and talking, the Three of Swords came out, the air of the Three of Swords. And with this card here, I'm kind of feeling that it's been, it's that triangle there, and it's things all completing to be able to move forward. Like I said to you, I don't do tarot as in what all the meanings are and stuff like that. With the traditional tarot, I do it with what Spirit gives me to tell you. And so with this one here, I'm very much feeling that the Three of Swords, it's about cutting through some of that stuff. It's about cutting through the things that still need to be looked at, still need to be moved through, and being able to spend that time within yourself, to be able to see what it is that you need to shift and move within yourself to be able to go. And it's it's really quite interesting, because there's so many times that we think that we've dealt with stuff, or so many times that we think that we've moved forward. But the biggest thing in life is we can work on our emotions, and then we've got the nervous system there as well that we need to work on, and then we've got our muscles and stuff. And so our muscles hold memory of different things. Our nervous system holds that fight or flight thing, and it just holds that still in place. So even though we may have done one piece of it, we still need to do the other pieces. And it's finding the people that do each of those pieces, because I've been doing work on myself many years, being a holistic life coach, counsellor, and spiritual teacher and healer. I've been doing a lot of work on myself in a lot of different ways, but once I've got that level done, I needed to do the next level, and then the next level, which is something that's come into my life over the last year, and it's come into my life. It's been readily available. It's been there. So I'm taking the opportunities to be able to do those next levels. Even though people say, well, I've done that work. Well, yeah, you may have done some of that work, but there is other pathways that stuff is still holding on and still stuck there. And that's what I'm feeling is with this. It's about being able to cut through some of that stuff and being able to release some of those bits and pieces from yourself. Oh, we've got another three, okay? We've got another three. So we've got the Three of Cups, and we've got, the Three of Cups and the Three of Swords. So that's two threes that have come out in a row. That's very interesting too, because they're all about, this one here is, looking at what you've got. They're saying that this is very much looking at what you've got in your cup. And it may not be that you've got everything that you're wanting, but being grateful and having that gratitude for the things that you have got. And yeah, you've still got some way to go. You've still got things that are going to fall into place, and you've still got those openings coming in, because you've got the sun next. The sun is next, and that's about letting things come in and things are going to be brighter. Things are going to be to connect in a way that you've been asking for. I hear that, I've got in there that some of you guys have been praying and praying and praying for the same things, and you just feel like, no, I'm just kind of losing hope that I'm going to get these things. They just keep trusting and keep believing, because you've come this far, and with it coming this far, just keep believing. And it may not come in the way that you want it to come, but it's coming. And maybe, I'm feeling that what you've been asking for is like here, but what you're going to get is up here. And just keep believing. And I know that, and I understand that it's really, really difficult to just keep believing and keep trusting all the time, and that you need other people to be able to boost you up, to remind you that you need to keep believing and trusting. So with that, it's been able to, take that time back to taking that time, and being able to look within yourself, taking that time back to nature, being able, however it is that you can unclog your brain from all that dramatic stuff, and being able to keep moving forward. We can get caught up in that drama, we can get caught up in things, but there's always, like, if negative things happen, it's been able to turn it around and also look at the positive, like, if you've had something go wrong in your life, then, but what's gone right with it, and that, so I keep getting in my head at the moment, that if you've been sick and quite sick, that's really, that's not good, but you've been able to find it, you've been able to survive that, you've been able to move forward from that because you've found it, you've got, something's been there and you didn't know that it was there, and that, or you've had some people may have had an operation or something, and so you've had that operation, and I know that after an operation it's very, very hard times. It's very it's times that are very, very very hard and very tiring, and I hate being a patient, because I just want to get up and do something, or I just want to be able to feel like I'm normal again. But that takes time. It takes time to be able to get back to that point again, and it's being able to understand that and be gentle on yourself. But the good thing is, and the thing that what we tend to miss is, because we're so involved in that thinking, oh, I'm stuck here and blah, 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 and all the negative things about where we are, that we forget to look at, well, hang on, this was bothering me, this was not good for me, and now, I've had this operation, so now once I recover, I'm actually going to be better. And it's looking at it from a different perspective. I keep feeling too that there's a lot of people, they're just, even though you're living for the moment, and Spirit wants us to live for the moment, they also want us to be able to have foresight and be able to see where we need to be and what we need to do. And that, so it's being able to plan things in the foresight, and what may be right in front of you for a very short time is really tempting and really going to get you to move forward, but it's only going to be for a short period of time, where sometimes the longer journey can actually be the more beneficial one, because what happens is we are looking for that quick fix, and that quick fix isn't going to be something that's sustained. We've got the Ace of Swords, And that's like you've cut through the bullshit. You've cut through everything. And you're actually in that place that you need to be. I'm not saying that finances and everything are going to start to improve, but and that things are moving up, but you're in that place. You're in that place that you're trying to be in. It's like you're not looking at things as if they're too far away or too hard. You've been feeling it coming. You've been feeling that coming towards you, and that. And I feel that some people, they actually start to come towards what they're wanting, and as soon as they can see that there's a glimpse of it, they're running away, and they're taking off, and again, and they're going back into that old pattern. So what are you actually running from? What are you actually scared of? Or what is it that is pushing you away? And it's so easy to blame all the things out there, and use all those things out there as an excuse, or people, or whatever it is that's out there. But Spirit's saying, no, it's in here. It's in here. You know, it's here. And sometimes when we're focusing on things like money and stuff like that, we get it, and it's not actually satisfying what's inside. Because that's not the real problem. That's not the real issue. It is an issue, but it's not the real issue. And at the moment, the way that the world is, most of us are struggling. Most of us are sitting here trying to work out where the next bit of money is coming from, where the next, how we're going to be able to cover this bill or that bill. How many of you have got your rates bill lately and seen how much that's changed? And it's like, yeah, it's, hang on, I'm going to sneeze. Bless me. It's about being able to stop and be able to actually recognise what it is that's inside that we need. Not just on the outside, because, you know, how many times have you said in your lifetime, you know, when we get a house, we're going to be happy. But when you get the house, there's things wrong with the house. And it's like when we get this sorted out in the house, we're going to be happy. And then it's like when we have a family, we're going to be happy. When we have this job, this dream job, we're going to be happy. When we have X amount of dollars, we're going to be happy. But by the time you get up to X amount of dollars, the cost of living's gone up, so that X amount of dollars is not enough, so then you need more money to be able to get to where you're going. And when, you know, being able to do this and that and that, and I want to be able to do this and this and this, and we could have really good dreams about what we'd like to be able to do and what we would be like to be able to do to help the ones that we love. But at the moment, it's not feasible, it's not possible. Not the way that the government's going, not the whole economic system's going. It's not possible. It's a dream, and is it a dream that we can ever achieve? Is it a dream that we can actually ever actually fill at this present point in time? Ask yourself, is this achievable? Is it achievable? Can one sole person do this on their own? It's a question I've had to ask myself lately too. Another three. Well, we've got the Three of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Sun, the Ace of Swords, and now the Three of Batons. And this is about fire. This is about burning everything away. Getting rid of some of those old beliefs, some of those things that we hold on to as part of who we are, but those beliefs no longer serve us. Those beliefs no longer are holding us. They're holding us as captives. They're holding us from being able to move forward to the life that we want, because our expectations on ourselves are way too high. Our expectations on ourselves are more than what we can actually fulfill right now. What an interesting reading. I can see things coming. I can see things coming that are going to be okay. But you need to let go of some of the things that are holding you where you are, holding you captive. And that's a big word, that word. It's not a word I use often, but it's holding you captive. It's holding you in that place of being a victim. And when things are happening, I suppose the word I keep getting is, am I catastrophizing the situation? Or is it really as bad as what I think? But what is the positive out of this? What is the positive that's come out of this? It may not be letting me go to where I was wanting to go at this present point in time. But what's it teaching me? What's it showing me? And what is the positive out of all this? Because until we can see the silver lining, we're going to stay stuck. We need to move forward, because the sunshine times, the times that we can see things clearly and do the things that we want to do, is right in front of us. And I notice that all of you have been seeing things clearly. You've been seeing things differently in the last months. See things for what they truly are. And connect with people who are not but just dumping on you, who are not taking from you, but people that can actually share with you and fill your cup as well as you fill theirs. That's me for now.